And they're for door prizes. They don't come. I got some used spark plugs, oil. Actually, we got some nice door prizes. And the grand prize at the end is a case of oil.
Oh, that's a month. Okay, we're rolling.
And what we're going to do is randomly do them through the morning and then we'll cover more after lunchtime. I don't figure that the door clinic itself is going to take a real long time. I'm not planning on it that way. There's not a heck of a lot to do in the door. A couple other housekeeping things. Obviously, everybody's got food, coffee, or donuts and coffee. And there's pop and water in the office area. In just a few minutes, there's going to be trays coming with cheese, sausage, crackers, and another tray of vegetables. So that'll be coming, and then we'll split for lunch. There's multiple places to go for lunch, and we'll talk about those. But in the meantime, welcome to the Silver Lake Country. That's what I call this place. It's my home away from home, or my permanent home, as Mona says. Everybody have a ticket?
Yes, Roy, if he's got a ticket. Roy, do you have a ticket?
I have an expensive ticket.
I'm working on one myself.
You had a conversation with the wall.
Oh, really? I've been spending 10, 12-hour days here. I was that busy, that much going on, but it's fun. And I've purchased, it's really fun because I've purchased a bunch of new equipment too. I'm standing underneath my favorite new toy.
Yeah.
You don't have one, guy, you gotta have one. Sure makes life a lot easier. And then I got my giant behemoth sandblaster back there. I bought that thing used. And it turns out the guy who builds them is up in Menominee, Wisconsin, the guy named Steve Gamm, who's an old Triumph guy. I didn't know it until I had ordered some parts from him, and I gave my email address, and I think most of you know it's TR4 at WIM. He says, Triumph, TR4. He says, is that cars or motorcycles? I said, cars. He goes, holy crap. So that's been another 2 hours on the phone talking about TR. Well, Steve Gamm actually drove down on his own, no charge or anything, brought a carload of parts, and he got this thing operated for me. Cool. It was very cool, very nice guy. My other favorite here is my little nuclear bomb in the corner. It's my low boy air compressor. I hauled that thing up from Iowa in the back of that old truck. I was waiting for the cops to pull me over and say, son, what is that back there? That's that, man.
Don't pick up anybody at the airport with that in the back.
Sure. Anyway, a couple notes flying around about lunch. You've got, we'll split up right around noonish probably. If you want Dairy Queen type stuff, and it is a brazier, so they have all of the other stuff. That's down at the south end of town around the corner. The one that I've talked to these people, and we've been up there a lot for lunch lately. This place is really good. It's called Hill Country Market. They're right up on the corner of B and 50. It's the nursery up there, and it's in the same place as this deli. They're prepared for us. I told them, be prepared. There's going to be a bunch of people coming up. So I'm going to pass these around if they would like a pre-order, if possible. So, and what you do with this place is you go in, and when you go in, there's a deli cabinet or front there, and you can order your sandwiches, whatever you want there. They'll give you a ticket and with your name on it, and then in the back corner you go over and pick up whatever you want to drink. They got everything back there, from water to milk to beer, and then you go pay for it. So I'm gonna pass these around. If we can get some pre-orders, it would help. Not everybody has to pre-order, but it would help if you wanna go there. That's one other recommendation. If you go up, and turn right, head east on 50, there's a bar down there called 75th Street, which is not a bad restaurant. Very slow in service, keep that in mind. If you keep going east on 50, you've got McDonald's, Burger King, and there's also a, I call it the old-fashioned Greek restaurant, Pancake House. They've got lunches and everything else down there. So there's a lot of options. So that's just a little bad. Did you have enough tickets? Here. All right, that is for housekeeping. If you have any questions, please pop up and ask as we go through this. Never done a door clinic. Jack asked me to do a door clinic. And I'm sure there's a door.
I thought it was Dork Clinic.
Door clinic.
Note the high attendance.
Normally, if those folks have seen it, you know, we do hubs or transmissions, you know. I've kind of got those down. I know what order I want to go in and how I want to do it, but with a dork, I don't know what the hell to do. So, it's going to be a little bit of ad lib here. I haven't had a lot of time to think about what to do with it all, so just play with me here. We'll figure it out.
Leave that to Mark.
Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Jim Doring was going to engineer a method of we were going to put power windows in a Triumph that needed it, but we wanted a real simple thing to start working with. So the simplest door we got to work with is obviously this one. It's got windows, it's got a lever, it works a little latch here, it's got a spring, and it's a TR3 door for any of those who don't know anything about Triumphs. And I don't think there's any of those people here. No, I'm not going to cover TR3 doors. But Jim helped me build this little door easel yesterday. I got to have something to hold it up here so we can do this. I think the trickiest thing to do with the door, and we'll show you how to do all of that, is putting the darn top seals in. And I'll show you some tricks with that and some other things. I want to show you how to something that I do with the TR doors anyway. And this is basically we're going to use the TR6 door. It's most prevalent out there. Is how to save some money inside by changing or replacing window channels, which are almost always worn out by rattles and all that kind of stuff. So the way with the TR3 door. Enough of that. Unless you really want. You do have a TR6 door, just stole it off. Thanks, Irv and John for stealing it. We do have to put it back on. Jim, it doesn't work. Now it works. Okay. Fix it. Wow. Can you fix it?
Put a matchbook on
Where's the matchbook? Yeah, where's the matchbook? On Jack's list of things he wanted to cover is how to get the door panels off safely, the knobs and all that kind of stuff. I've not looked at this door, so this is a new one on me. The knob, their handles are held in. Usually they're missing. And this, I can tell these are missing. Little springs behind here make it a real booger to put in. But if we push back on the extrusion around the handle, there should be a pin in there. And one side, if you look, will be smaller than the other. And this looks like it's been replaced with a... Oh, it looks like a split pin in there. Which could make it interesting to take that out.
What you want, a pin punch?
So, my favorite tool.
And there's a small punch, Steve?
Yeah, just a little tiny punch. Yeah, somebody gets, it's a mutilated pin. And then my other favorite tool, Michael. I don't know anything about that. The patient might live now, but that's all.
Well, none of my pens ever came out that easy.
Well,
swear more.
They don't come out that easy. And the handle's broken. If you notice on this one, there's a crack through the handle. Not a good scenario.
Hose clamp, main hose clamp.
There we go. But keep in mind that the escutcheon plate itself is important because it's what actually holds the pin in. This is designed so that the plate lines up right over the pinholes. So the pin can't be longer than the actual mechanical part of the door handle or the window crank handle itself. Remember, you can't put a 1-inch pin in there, which would be real easy to do, and then put this thing back together. It's got to be the same thing. And the inside radius of this thing holds the pin.
Is that supposed to have a spring in there?
Well, how is it designed? Technically, this door, the door actual handle, has a spring behind the panel. The window winder is supposed to have the spring behind the escutcheon blade. I've never seen them that way. According to the book, that's the way they are. I don't know if it would ever go together that way. I think it would be a tough battle.
Do all series or all the generations have this escutcheon plate?
Yes. T6s do.
Spitfires do.
Fours do.
Yours are missing?
Yeah.
The TM3.
Well, see, like this one's missing the escutcheon down here, and it's, you know, what happens is, besides the wear on the door panel, you're taking the chance of that pin being able to fall out, because there's nothing holding the pin. And this one, wicked. No, not that way. No, it's in there someplace.
You want someone to push on that while you're doing that, Steve?
I think the pin came out. The handle's just stuck. Right.
General parts on product.
It's a fall. You saw the pin fall? I thought I saw something. Yeah, because it's kind of piece of debris. There's a fleck on his palm or something. Rewind the video and see.
A little bit of moss.
Plates, simply with about an 8-inch rows focus stack. And it was
This handle does not want to be on.
I used to the nail. If I can find it, 8-penny nail is about 6 inches long.
That's why it doesn't have an escutcheon.
Friction is well with the handle.
Yeah.
Well, with the handle. The real world. This is very much. And the whole well, if it came off, it would look like this. And this will happen. I've had this happen before where the handle is rusted onto the shaft.
What about shaft?
You know, they do. Yeah, that sucker's just on there.
The pin's out of there?
You want another pry underneath?
No, we're gonna pop it. Go right next to it.
Into the bleachers.
What do we wear safety glasses? Shut my mouth, there it is.
Okay, guys. Catch. This competitor, is it wagering?
It's not moving at all.
The pin's out of there, though.
All right, take the other door off.
Where did the shoot some penetrating over there, Steve?
Nice job, Herb.
Steve, was there no pin on that?
Shoot some,
I got the pin out.
Oh,
The
okay.
pin went down inside of the covering.
no good details on
This is one of those that's gonna need brute force. We don't have time for brute force.
Did the splines get meshed together? Or no?
There's a square.
Oh,
going to the backside.
Normally, and this is not normal, you're gonna have a screw right here. It'll be a sheet metal screw with a little black cap or brown cap or whatever it might be. Here and generally here. And what that does is it protects this material from tearing out. And it stabilizes the door panel a little bit. This one's missing. A couple little tricks with that. The sheet metal screw that they use is a Phillips head tapered type screw. And you're putting it into that little black clip that's got 4 prongs on it. If you over tighten it, the prongs pull in, the cap just falls off. Right? Now, how many of us are missing caps? It happens all the time. What I do is I put a small washer underneath that, the 4-prong clip, stops it from collapsing. And the cap will hold on a little tighter for you. And then if you've got a cap that's falling off, use a little RTD and stick it on the dry. This is a good little tool. I don't know where you get these. Probably Harbor Portable Freight. For getting a door panel off. There's multiple clips around here with 24, 20, something like that. They're just typical door panel clips. You just start at one place. See if you can pop one loose.
Do that where the clip is.
Yep.
You can't properly destroy the door.
But anyway, that will be removable, the door panel, and you can see the clips. There's a clip. Those are all available from all the big 3 or 4, or whatever you want.
But there's only 2 screws that hold this on?
Yeah.
Clips hold it.
And the clips.
I thought it was 10 screws.
That's somebody.
Somebody
screwed.
They lost the clips.
No, it shouldn't have that much on there. I've seen door panels held on the latest craze is Velcro. Oh, come on, give me a break. I'm not an absolute stickler for originality, but some things need to be back to the way they should be. Use the clips. They work. If the door panel is that worn out where it won't hold the clips, because that's just a masonite panel back there, or board, or whatever you call it. You get a new door panel, they're not all that expensive. TR6 uses the 2 styles. This one is neither. You normally have if there's not a pocket here for the door pull, then you'll have that other door pull on the top of the handle built into it. And then on the later cars, they did away with the pocket. What year was that? 70s, 72, They did away with that, probably because it cost them too much to manufacture the pocket, and then went to the one
doesn't have it.
here.
Mine was neither like that.
Yeah, there's neither.
I like that.
And it was put to- yeah.
There's one here, Steve, you've got some.
Steve, what's the handle attached to? Is it just bolted to the door handle, that little handle? It's not attached to the metal of the door.
The door handle? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bolt handle, it's in a, there's a metal piece in a plastic pocket, and that's what's screwed to the carcass.
You pull the plate off.
Yes.
Yeah, this I don't see where they would screw it to. There's nothing in the door panel.
The labor goes punch a hole.
The actual steel door panel different?
Yeah.
This one earlier.
Yeah, this runs different. They bent it, so it runs like down like that, and then the pockets is in here.
Okay, we're gonna see that on the other one. But anyway, I just wanted this door off the river to show how to remove this.
Yes. They work out.
Best
Good work out.
Mix around, go.
Pick your own door. But usually what I do when I go to put a door back on, especially if I'm using a new door panel with clips, boy, I tell you, it can be a real pain. Put all your clips in your door panel, bring them to the, have them pointing to the outside of the holes. Remember in the door, if I can turn this over, there's a small hole, about a ½ inch in diameter. Have them all pointing to the outside of those holes, because generally that's where they're going to go. What I do is start down in the bottom corner so I can see them going in. You take a pair of long nails, work them, line them up with the holes until you get one side, let's say the bottom, all lined up. Just punch them in with the palm of your hand or the fist of your hand. And then work up the sides, and then it's easiest then to do the top last because you can see it. And usually I forget to do that, and then I'm laying on my back, setting up the bottom one. You doesn't want to go in, make sure it's in the hole, because if you try to spring it into a hole, you distort the thing, and then it doesn't want to hold. So, that's how we do that. Now we'll bring over the other door.
This one here?
Show you.
The green one here?
The green one. All right, this door is the early door with the grip handle on the top. These, probably a lot of folks would like to replace theirs because they get all hard, brittle, and cracked up. It's not a hard job to replace them. It's the worst part of it is getting the old one off. Because if they're on properly, you gotta take the inner felt strip, felt seal off first. When you get that off, just get hold of the end, work it, and you'll feel it pop off the clips.
You're pulling up?
Pulling up. Hi, Moans.
Hi,
Come
guys.
on in, say hi. The love of my life, he's crying.
Got a good crowd here.
Yes, we do.
Brought you more food, so.
You're welcome to stay, as you know.
Now I got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work before dark.
Chief, I heard you giving her the door clinic.
Yeah.
And she should.
Can only take so
You
many.
guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you do.
We'll be done by Thanksgiving.
Now, what are you taking off, Steve?
I'm trying to get the fuzzy seal out.
Like
The inner
The inner one is horizontal on the inside of the
Yes.
door.
Okay. Now, these will tend to want to rust into the clips, and this door, I can tell you, I know a little bit of history on this one. It's sat outside for many years, so it will have a buildup of rust. So I'm just freeing it a little bit. Don't try to reuse clips. I know they're a pain in the butt to put on. I'll show you a quick way to do it. But all the tension goes out of them when you start dealing with them like this. And they're old and brittle and rusty. If you can, and if you really want, you can reuse. See you. I'm having a lot of luck here. Okay, Ron, take over.
It only proves you're human.
I'm planning on this door would get a new seal anyway, obviously, or new fuzzy strip. This is part of full restoration that I'm doing. And it just does not want to let go. Usually these things just pop right out, but so do door handles.
That's still factory original.
This is all original. This part.
If you want to start swearing, you can turn off the camera. Put it back on when you're done.
Can he swear? I'm just knocking the clips out right now.
Are you pushing the clip down?
Pushing it down, trying to break it away from the seal. They don't let go of the seal.
There we go.
Every door has some clips in the back.
Yeah, right. That's what makes your doors rattle. It's all the little clips laying around the door. But actually, you know, for being an original seal from the original car, I mean, it's still in reasonably good shape. If you were,
Jack's got this.
you could reuse it if you were. If you were Jack, you could reuse it. Now,
To which we all need little time for that.
to prevent the temptation of reusing the clips, what I would do is knock them out right away. Okay, now there's like 5 clips that hold on that strip, that weather strip. They're the ones with the little hook on them. Everybody knows what those are?
Inner and outer clips are different, correct?
Yes. I'll throw these around, pass this around. The solar ones are the outer, without the hook. And the black ones are the inner clips with the hook. Now, the hook is only on there to hold that weather strip, you can see. Fuzzy seal. And everybody's going to have a turn to get in here and look how they put on their clip. Now, besides that clip, you can decide, because what they do is they have additional clips that actually support the door top. This gets glued on. There's a flap that rolls over to down the inside edge of the door, the inside edge of the window. You glue that on also. You can put clips on to hold that, stabilize it in the meantime. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. This is factory now. I know this car's never been touched. So there's 5 clips that are in here. And what these are mainly doing, and probably nobody has seen this, see the plastic weather seal? How many have seen that? Amazing. Would you put it back? No, you can actually buy that stuff and put it back if you want. All it's doing is it's protecting water from that gets down in the door and getting into the mechanicals of the door. If probably is a good idea to pull it, put a pain in the butt and put it back. But I like